Don't let me keep you, huh?
Achilles. Your Highness, sir, you're back. How was it in Elysium? Was everything all right?
It went well, as well as I could have hoped. Better than I might have feared. Hey, don't take Patroclus calling you stranger personally, all right? He has less charitable terms for those he doesn't care for.
Come on, Achilles, I want details here. What happened with you two, if you don't mind?
Haha, well, thankfully, your efforts meant that no words really needed to be said when I arrived. He simply said my name. Then we just were. Two souls, together in one spot. The way shades linger. It looks mournful, right? But it isn't always.
Just chilling.
That's wonderful to hear. You seemed uplifted in your presence. You must have lots of catching up to do.
Lots of making up for lost time. And finally we have some time to spare. It's odd, because so many of my memories of him are from a time of war. Now we can make new memories, in peace. Anyway, see you out there again sometime, I hope.
Count on it, sir. You know, it must be pretty handy being able to turn somebody into stone. Is that something you can just do whenever you please, like, I don't know, sticking out your tongue or something?
Not quite as easy as all that, but not so hard. You have to get yourself pretty worked up and picture what you're seeing like a, well, like a picture, really. And then, flip, stone statue. It's funny, I used to think everybody could do it.
Probably for the best that we cannot.
Oof.
Achilles, next time you're in Elysium, I thought this might be something you'd enjoy. That you might share.
Ambrosia. Well, I'm honored, lad, truly. Although it's I who ought to be bestowing thoughtful gifts upon you for what you've done for me, not the other way around. And I happen to have one here, on Pat's and my behalf.
You have a chthonic companion, and you're giving it to me?
Antos.
Still fancy. Mother.
Zagreus.
It's done, Mother. Father, the invitations. Personally sent to everyone with whom I've been in contact. So what do we do now?
Excellent, Zagreus. Congratulate him, Hades. On a job well done.
Persephone, how can you be so certain your request was executed to your satisfaction?
It's known as trust, Hades. Or faith. They're similar. Try one sometime.
We should talk to them
It'll be good
last.
for you. As for what we do next, why, we've a great big feast we must prepare.
This house is not a suitable location for such guests. Dionysus alone shall bring ruin to this place. Or, the faith thing that you said.
Yes, good. Now then, we have a lot of work to go around. So why don't we call everyone on staff and let them in on this, and dole out suitable responsibilities, all right?
All right.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Thus did all of Olympus journey deep into the underworld, all together for the very first time. The Queen Persephone revealed herself in all her splendor, much to their surprise, and told them everything she indicated to her son. She eloped with Grimlord Hades, she said, mothering a fire-stepping prince who sought to reconnect with his extended family. Hades and Persephone at first refused his wish, but so moved were they by his relentless struggles to the surface that at last they decided to heed their willful Zagreus and reach out, for his and everybody's sake. The Olympians listened to all this in stunned silence. Then Zeus himself began to laugh. "Welcome back to the family," he said. After the shock subsided, the festivities began.
I say, big brother, you and your better half put on a positively smashing night. It's a relief for all of us, knowing Persephone is safe and sound. And mother to as noble of a son as my good nephew there. Well, little brother, The Queen and I, in turn, appreciate you all taking time out of your doubtless busy lives to come all this distance to my house. I'm certain it is very modest in comparison to Mount Olympus, but I trust that you were suitably entertained. Oh, of course, Hades. Now then, farewell, and let us keep in better touch from here. Farewell indeed, Lord Zeus.
When finally the great feast ended, all the Olympians returned to their mountain abode, fully satisfied. As for the House of Hades, it required thorough cleansing, from the rafters to the floor. Such revelry, of course, is unbecoming of the name of Hades, and the fearsome reputation of the underworld. For if mortals were to have no fear of death, then they would have no fear of anything at all. A well-kept family secret, then, this would live on to be.
Hey! Happy pog skeleton, look at that.
Whew. I'd say that went about as well as could have been expected. And the cleanup wasn't all that bad. For the most part.
Well, fortunate Uncle Zeus seemed to catch on right away and went along with it. But this whole elaborate tale you spun... I remember how hurt I felt when I found out Father lied to me about you. Now we're lying to Olympus. What if they find out? Even if they don't, I don't like it.
Zagreus, I may not be an expert, but here's what I've come to understand about how families work. At least our own. The thing is, how we speak to one another is even more important than the words we use. I think, deep down, everyone in our family knows this.
You're saying they all knew you weren't being perfectly honest and went along with it anyway? I guess the pomegranate thing in particular was a bit of a stretch.
The common ground in our family is that we want peace. Besides Ares, though even he would rather the conflict occur elsewhere. That elaborate tale, it's less a deception and more a concession. A way of saying, let's move on from the past and start anew. No hard feelings.
Yeah, but you're continuously lying.
What about Father? What about Demeter?
Well, let's see. My hard feelings are nothing next to the joy of having my son in my life. Your father never imagined his relationship with me could be out in the open. And my mother, she's just glad I'm alive.
And Uncle Zeus is glad things didn't turn out worse for him. I get the sense he acts a bit impulsively at times and deals with the consequences later.
What can I tell you, Zagreus? We're family. You've said it yourself to me before. We're stuck with one another. That any of us like each other in the slightest. It's a wonder and a blessing, I think.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Thanks, Mother. Think I'll be heading out again soon. See you when I get back.
Sounds good. I'll see you then.
So you've been trying to give Tisiphone speech lessons between fights to the death? Are you bored or just naive?
Both.
Come on, if her vocabulary consists of two different, although admittedly almost identical words, there's got to be room for growth there. Besides, I feel like maybe she's lonely or something. Has anyone ever tried to teach her anything?
Maybe, just maybe, you're projecting your own insecurities onto her a little bit. Tis can take care of herself. Always has. Talking's not her strong suit like it's yours. But if you, in all your wisdom, think you've got something to teach her, you go right ahead.
You've tried already, haven't you? She's pretty dead set on the murder thing, then?
You know, that's a good way to put it.
Here's the latest catch, Chef.
The stalwart casks of wine within the House of Hades now are almost entirely devoid of content, having bravely stood against the combined thirst of the Olympians during a certain feast.
They fought bravely, but Lord Dionysus was too strong. You're free, Bats.
Oh. Forgot the bats were a thing.
Here's the darkness.
Do I need... Guess I need some ambrosia for some things.
I saw Achilles with Patroclus and Elysium next. They're free to be together now, thanks to you. If only you could have seen them.
Oh, I can see them, my child, and I have. And it pleases me Achilles has earned some degree of respite from his servitude. for all his loyalty to our house. For what you have done for him, thank you.
Father isn't going to be thrilled I've let him out of a binding pact.
Your father is committed to his rules, and you've released Achilles from his pact according to those rules. There is not much that even he can do about it, save to have Achilles sign again.
Don't see Achilles doing that anytime soon.
I was just thinking of you, Zagreus.
Okay. Where'd Cerberus go? Ten blood. Kinda want to make one of these themes. 25,000. That's a lot. Deathly. Chthonic Woodland. 100? Theme lovely. Take some more. Guess I'll keep pouring my wealth into keys.
More keys
And then up to diamonds.
I'll take that deal. Here's the gemstones. Too good to pass up. Here are your keys.
Let me go check how much the achievement thing gives me.
Prophecy fulfilled.
That's a lot.
How about this, contractor? Soon as I saw this lovely style, I knew I had to have it.
It would be lovely if you let me work in peace.
Cool. What's next? Alone kiss. Ace wine. Most of them are Demeter. Oh, still haven't beaten with Malphon yet. Forced overtime has not been done yet. Alright, force overtime and Demeter trinket. Press E to learn harp.
You must have had yourself a real bash with all those fancy gods and stuff. Could hear all the festivity from all the way out here. How was it, pal?
It went better than expected, all in all. I hope you didn't feel left out. It was a pretty limited guest list. Kind of a diplomatic mission, I would say. Not quite as good a time as it might have sounded from the outside.
Oh, don't you even worry about me there, pal. I much prefer the solitary life. And besides, when things are good for you, they're good for me. Glad everything worked out.
Same here. My blade. Let me see you now for what you truly are. Grant me the aspect of Poseidon. Stygius, awaken. Excellent.
I'm gonna get the Achilles friendship. I guess you gotta give him more wine. What does this do? Lots of damage. I mean, sounds alright. I do like the meat shield a lot.
choice is made.
10 heat.
My little sprout. Young Zagreus. My grandson. I can scarce believe it still. To think that Kore, or Persephone, my daughter, she had been with foster brother Hades all this time. A match I wouldn't have expected or approved. That's why she left. How blasted hearts do what they want.
Laser is okay. Yeah, if I power up laser, it becomes really good. Oh, wait a minute. I'm using the charge drops faster thing, which is completely worthless.
And don't come back. Dark thirst.
Fish.
What lurks in the river Styx? By this. What do you know? A hellfish. Next up.
Sword's entire ability is just to dislodge crystals from people.
What happened at that feast you threw for all of us down there, but let me tell you, I am under the impression it went smashingly. It was amazing, man. Let's have another one sometime, all right?
Yeah.
That's good.
Scale and value. Plus free pomegranate effect.
Ringers.
To tell you once again, I had a splendid time during our recent shared festivities, my kin. At last, I've finally seen your death-filled realm firsthand. I learned a great deal. And I look forward to learning more from our successful collaboration,
It's not going to be useful for a while, but... or hopefully for a while.
Heads up.
Can I even Erebus this thing correctly? I'm taking a shit ton of damage just right here. Yeah, I'm not gonna risk it. Unless the reward for the next room is really crappy.
Should fetch me something.
That's not crappy at all. There's a well of Khan over there. I don't even think I'd want anything from it. Besides maybe a darkness portal or a fish.
God.
Ow.
I can't. Not yet. Oh, this place.
Ah.
Dearest, you've no idea what a delightful time I had while visiting you recently. So many new sights and sounds and smells, why it was wonderful. And you are burdened with a big responsibility, aren't you? Mind if I lend my graces to you still from time to time?
Charm is OP.
I'm empty. Hear me on my authority.
Hmm.
Hate to be ungrateful here.
That's even worse. I mean, extra % damage is okay. That was only 3. Oh, I can actually use this. Oh, I have 2 minutes left.
My coffers are not yours for pillaging.
Oh well, make it fast.
I should not be the supervisor here.
There we go. I can't. Can't do that.
Where do these guys show up?
Got it.
Hey, more health. I missed a big thing of money. I have 1 minute.
I'm empty. Keep them coming.
Or don't.
Not yet. sea creature. Tisiphone. Oh, sorry that you couldn't make the feast back at the house, Tisiphone. Though I don't really think it was your kind of scene. Although Ares was there, he's probably done some murders, right?
Murder? Murder. Murder!
Sit there and, you know, get lasered for a bit. Oh, it freezes after you beat the boss. And in this room. Useful.
Takes hold power. Might help. Going up. Thank you.
I keep wanting to say what a mess after like every single room and run. It is sloppy AF. I mean, we should have gone for Artemis since she has a thing that makes the lasers actually target instead of just kind of having an initial target and then you fill it in yourself by redirecting it later. Get it out of there. Yeah, sure, just burn me to death and make me lose a Death Defiance. Thanks. Oh, cool.
Easy does it.
I don't want a key. Unless this is faster.
Remember something for us, Zagreus. A frozen heart holds no sway over anyone at all. Isn't that right, oh Aphrodite dear?
Oh, I don't know, my dearest Demeter. The frozen heart has tendency to thaw, and then begin to beat with renewed vigor after that. I trust your time shall come. It can never be too late, except for mortals, the poor things.
Interesting.
What?
Let's go, team.
I guess that helps. Oh, I was supposed to talk to Karan as well.
The barge of death is always
I was distracted. Oh, the timer even freezes in here? Why have I been thinking it doesn't? Raising the rarity of 2. Nah, probably not worth it.
Did Orpheus really used to have curls and something called a tan? I've only ever seen him looking, well, how he does now.
He did. And a tan is like, well, when you stay out in the hot sun up there long enough, your skin kind of starts to bake a little bit. But nicer than that sounds. Gotta say though, the years have been kind to Orphe, don't you think?
What does this one do again? 4 boons plus 1.
You bet. Bye, hon.
Cheers.
Wish I could switch the aspect of my sword. This does nothing for me. It's so sad. There you are.
Just getting started.
What happened there?
Power of the gods.
Charm longer is good. Kinda just want to upgrade the laser, since I'm kinda stuck with it at this point.
Come and get it.
They had their chance.
There we are.
When here goes, it's faster. And I've lost a bit of time.
Cheers, mate.
That also doesn't work. The casts that don't actually embed themselves into enemies.
Not really in a talking mood this time, Lenny.
Oh, maybe I didn't need to go for time. Oh my god.
That hurt, damn it. Don't do that. Heads down.
Bye, boyo.
trust you had a pleasant stay in Asphodel.
You really need to turn down the heat in that place.
Dang. They sell something. Eh.
Clear.
Ah.
Regenerating. Damn it, one's come back. Easy. Over there.
Over where? The more claustrophobic the space is, the better damage I do with all these lasers. That's new.
That's a blade.
Guess I should get money now. Normally this would be a good run for this, but I've already used all my money on this run. Honestly, just put me out of my misery on that run.
That